I just found out that German should be called Dutch. Most languages don't call German German. The German word for German is Deutsch. The Dutch word for German is Duits, essentially the same word, and their own language is called Nederlands. In fact, English is the only language in the world that uses a word like Dutch for the language and people of the Netherlands. Most languages that have a word like Dutch use it to refer to the people of Germany, not the Netherlands. Germany as a unified country didn't exist until 150 years ago, but all the people in the region still spoke some form of Deutsch. So all these people were collectively called Deutsch, or in English, Dutch. Eventually, most of them rallied around this identity and formed Deutschland, which English would call Dutchland. Except it doesn't. The standard German we know today is called Hochdeutsch, High German. That's not because it claims to be better than Low German. It's because of topography. Central Europe has mountains in the south and low-lying areas in the north. High German, Hochdeutsch or High Dutch, was spoken mainly in areas of higher elevation. Low German, Niederdeutsch or Low Dutch, was spoken in areas of lower elevation. In particular, here. Well, these were also the Dutch speakers closest to England, the Dutch speakers of the Netherlands, the Low Dutch. Over centuries of trade, the English got used to the Low Dutch people of the Netherlands just being the main Dutch people. But Dutch still technically meant everyone from the Netherlands to Austria. However, as the Netherlands became a major world power of their own, 450 years ago they formed their own republic, the Dutch Republic, separate from the rest of the Dutch, Deutsch, speakers. Instead of Neder-Duits, Nether-Dutch, they began to call their language Nederlands, Netherlands, as it's called in Dutch today. Everyone followed this new Dutch convention, except the English. They kept calling their neighbors across the North Sea the Dutch. Over the next 300 years, as far as the English were concerned, the Low Dutch became the only Dutch, and the High Dutch became the Germans, after the Latin term for High Dutch speakers, Germanus. This gradual shift is how we got confusing nomenclature like the Pennsylvania Dutch, whose language is definitely German, not Dutch. Germans were still sometimes called Dutch until Germany officially became a country only 150 years ago. So, what's Holland? Check out the channel for that video next.